There are moments in the world of drama where fiction begins to blur with reality. When the camera stops rolling, but the emotions on screen continue to linger long after the director calls cut. That is exactly what has happened with Dylan Wang and Bai Lu, two of the most magnetic figures in the Chinese entertainment industry. Two names that have made fans question everything they thought they knew about on-screen chemistry. It all started the moment they stood side by side on set. From the very first table read, there was a quiet spark that seemed impossible to hide. It was not loud or dramatic. It was the kind of connection that builds slowly and silently until it fills every corner of a room. Crew members noticed it first. A subtle glance here, a shared laugh there. The kind of easy familiarity that cannot be rehearsed or directed. When the cameras began to roll, everything changed. Their scenes together carried a strange electricity that could be felt through the screen. Every line spoken seemed to carry a hidden message. Every pause between their words felt loaded with unspoken emotions. The internet exploded with theories. Were they simply talented actors who had mastered the art of chemistry? Or was something real happening behind the scenes? Their drama became more than just a story. It became a mirror reflecting something deeply personal. One scene in particular captured the hearts of millions. A quiet evening moment where their characters sat under the soft glow of lanterns. There were no grand declarations or dramatic music. Only the stillness of two people who seemed to understand each other completely. Viewers replayed the scene over and over again, trying to decipher the glances that passed between them. Off-screen, the story grew even more intriguing. Behind the interviews and public appearances, there were moments that fans could not stop talking about. During a promotional event, Dylan adjusted Bai Lu's microphone with a gentle care that spoke volumes. Another time, during a long press conference, she looked tired, and he subtly shifted his chair closer as if to shield her from the cameras for a brief second. These small gestures became the fuel for countless fan theories. Their friendship seemed effortless, yet filled with tension. On social media, they teased each other in a way that felt natural but carried hints of something deeper. When Bai Lu posted behind-the-scenes photos, Dylan commented with a playful remark that made fans flood the comment section with heart emojis. She replied with a smiley face, and the internet nearly broke that day. But what made their story truly captivating was the mystery that surrounded it. Neither of them confirmed anything. Neither denied it either. They left everything to interpretation, allowing their fans to become storytellers themselves. Every red carpet appearance became a puzzle. Every shared laugh a clue. There was one behind-the-scenes video that sent the internet into a frenzy. During a break from filming, Dylan can be seen quietly watching Bai Lu rehearse her lines. He is not smiling. He is simply observing with that deep, thoughtful gaze that fans have come to recognize. When she finishes, he claps softly, and she turns toward him with that radiant smile that could melt even the coldest heart. The camera caught it all, and the clip went viral within hours. Then came the interviews. When asked about their chemistry, Dylan laughed and said it was all part of the job. But his eyes told another story. He looked down slightly, as if trying to hide something he could not put into words. Bai Lu simply smiled and said that working with him felt natural, as if they had known each other for years. That sentence alone sent social media into chaos. As the drama aired, fans began to notice that even during intense emotional scenes, there was something incredibly authentic about their performances. When they looked at each other, it did not feel like acting. It felt real. There was a softness in their expressions that seemed to transcend the script. When they stood close, the air between them seemed to shift. When they argued on screen, it felt personal, almost as if they were drawing from real emotions rather than rehearsed lines. And yet, after filming wrapped up, the story did not end. They were seen attending industry events separately, but somehow always mentioned in the same breath. The rumor mill never stopped spinning. Fans began creating compilation videos comparing their gestures, their interviews, even their fashion choices. Some pointed out that they had worn similar accessories on separate occasions. Others noticed they seemed to appear in the same cities at the same time, even when not working on a project together. What truly made their dynamic unforgettable was the way they carried themselves amid all the speculation. Instead of denying or feeding into the rumors, they allowed the silence to do the talking. That silence became louder than words. It became part of their charm, part of their mystery. There is one unforgettable moment that remains etched in the memory of fans. During a live performance at an awards show, the two appeared together on stage. The lights dimmed, and as they walked past each other, their hands brushed for the briefest second. It was such a small detail that could have easily gone unnoticed, yet fans captured it and turned it into one of the most replayed moments online. The camera zoomed in on their faces, and for a heartbeat the entire hall seemed to hold its breath. So is it love or just acting? The answer might never be known. Perhaps that is what makes it so fascinating. The beauty of their connection lies not in certainty, but in the questions it leaves behind. In the way two people can make an entire world believe in something real even when they never say it out loud. Dylan Wang and Bai Lu have created something that goes beyond the boundaries of fiction. They have built a mystery that continues to grow with every new project and every silent glance caught on camera. Whether it is love or simply the brilliance of two exceptional performers, one thing is undeniable. Together they have captured the hearts of millions. And even when the lights fade and the cameras stop rolling, the story of Dylan and Bai Lu lingers in the air like a whispered secret that refuses to fade away. Years passed. The drama that once tied their names together became a nostalgic masterpiece in the hearts of fans. New actors rose. New stories were told. Yet the question remained untouched, like a timeless melody that no one could forget. Until one day news broke out that Dylan Wang and Bai Lu would reunite for a brand new drama. The internet exploded once again. From the moment the announcement dropped, social media became a storm of excitement. Hashtags trended across platforms. Fans from every corner of the world expressed disbelief and joy. The two stars were returning to the screen together. The chemistry everyone had been craving was about to be rekindled. When the first teaser was released, it was everything fans had dreamed of and more. The scene opened with Dylan standing beneath a silver rain, his face calm, yet filled with longing. Bai Lu appeared moments later, walking slowly toward him, her eyes glistening, as if she carried years of unsaid words. They looked at each other not as actors, but as if time itself had paused between them. The tension was breathtaking. The silence between them spoke louder than 1,000 dialogues. Behind-the-scenes reports said they greeted each other with a simple smile. No grand gestures, no exaggerated reunion. Just that same quiet familiarity that had once made everyone fall in love with them. During filming, their connection seemed even deeper than before. Every scene between them carried a maturity, a shared understanding born not just from acting but from history. In one particular scene, Bai Lu's character reaches out to touch Dylan's hand during a heartbreaking confrontation. The moment was not scripted. The director revealed later that she improvised it, and Dylan responded naturally, without breaking character. The result was cinematic magic. It became the centerpiece of the drama's trailer and sent shivers down the spines of viewers everywhere. Their off-screen interactions once again became the heartbeat of online discussions. During a live interview, Dylan accidentally called Bai Lu by her character's name from their first drama together. The studio erupted in laughter, but fans saw something deeper. Bai Lu laughed too, but her expression softened for a moment, like she remembered something only the two of them understood. As filming continued, more stories emerged from the set. Crew members whispered about their late-night rehearsals, the way they often stayed behind to perfect emotional scenes long after others had left. During one late shoot, it was said that Dylan stood quietly under the studio lights waiting for Bai Lu to finish a costume fitting. When she arrived, he greeted her with a small nod and a smile that carried years of unspoken familiarity. She smiled back and, for a second time, seemed to freeze around them. When the drama finally premiered, it was not just a show. It was an event. Every episode broke records. Every scene they shared trended online. Fans began dissecting their expressions, their movements, even the pauses in their dialogue. The emotional weight between them felt too raw, too genuine to be just acting. Viewers described their scenes as hauntingly real. During a behind-the-scenes interview, the host asked them about the rumors once again. Dylan looked at Bai Lu before answering. He smiled softly and said that acting with her always felt natural, like breathing. Bai Lu replied that working with him brought out emotions she did not even know she could portray. The host laughed, but the audience fell silent because in that moment the truth felt closer than ever. When the final episode aired, the world watched in silence. Their characters shared one last scene together under a sky full of stars. No music played. No words were spoken. They simply looked at each other and smiled. It was the perfect ending to a story that had begun years ago. Yet even after the credits rolled, the mystery lived on. They left no clues, no explanations. Just the same silence that had once started it all. A silence that made the world wonder if maybe, just maybe, what they shared was not only a masterpiece of performance, but something far deeper. Perhaps that is the beauty of their story. It exists somewhere between fiction and reality, between acting and feeling, between the lines of a script and the rhythm of two hearts that may have found each other through the art of storytelling. Wang and Bai Lu remind the world that sometimes the greatest love stories are not written in ink, but in glances, gestures, and the quiet moments that say everything without a single word. And so their tale continues not in the pages of a script, but in the imaginations of millions. Because every time they appear together on screen, the question rises again like the echo of a memory that refuses to fade. Is it love or just acting? Maybe both. Maybe neither. Maybe something only they will ever truly understand. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts.